but it is expandable. And what that means is it compacts down to next to nothing, all right? It has a multi-layer construction. It'll never kink, it never tangles, it's flexible, it's easy to store. It comes with the 10 pattern super sprayer. All the fittings are brass. It is the best quality hose that we carry, the lightest weight hose that we carry. Right now, and if I'm wrong, Kyle will correct me, I think I have all sizes. Every one of the sizes has been reduced because we are getting on in the season. If you want the 75 footer, I've got a dozen left. If you want the 100-foot, I'm okay. And by the way, it's always better to go large than small. I'm okay if you want the 125. Do I have any of the 150s? I have 100 or so left in the 150 size. Remember, if you're worried about how big of a hose to get, always get a bigger one. You don't want to drag your hose all the way out and it doesn't reach your garden or reach your car in the car wash. So here's what I was talking about. Expandable, all right? So this little 6-inch section of hose becomes almost 2 feet of hose, all right? And it fills up when the water fills it up. It has a cover on the outside and then multiple layers on the inside. All the fittings are brass. Never buy a hose with plastic or nickel fittings. Buy the brass. They last forever. There is an on-off valve right there, so you can turn the water off right at the spigot right there. Easy to attach. And guys, I own this hose. It is spectacular. The prices are ridiculous. On average, we're doing about $20 to $30 off each hose in each size. Lauren is here to tell us all about it.
Oh, Guy, thank you. Welcome back to my garden here in London where the sun is shining. If you're looking for a hose with a difference, this is for you. Because if you've been fed up with these kind of plastic rubber hoses that weigh a ton, they crack, they kink, they knot, and they split, this is a hose that is a game changer. It's patented because, as you mentioned, it's got brass fittings. It's got a 10-pattern spray nozzle, not just 5 or 6 or 7, 10 patterns. But what makes this so different? By the way, I can turn it on and off, as you saw, with the nozzle. Because you have other hoses out there that can get knotted, crack, split, and kink, there's been a lot of expanding hoses, but the trouble is the fabric outer can catch on things and snag. So the GreanBase team, they're a third-generation business here in England. They said, let's add a suit of armor. Let's make it lightweight. Let's make it expandable. But this plastic jacket over the expanding hose, which expands with you, means that suddenly it's much tougher, it's much more durable, but so lightweight, so easy to use. And guess what, Guy? I have 75 foot of hose in this flower pot, because when you take the water out and turn off the spigot, it shrinks down so you can store it this easily.
I always tell people,
look at this.
Buy the biggest hose you can afford, all right? Because honestly, when it collapses like this, I mean, the reason people don't buy 100 or 125 foot hose is because it's this big, and then once you uncoil it, it'll never go back to that size. When you look at this, I mean, it actually looks like sausage, the way we have it kind of curled up here. And I believe these are the 75 footers. So remember, you're going to stack it almost like, you know, like a honeycomb, right? And it takes up next to no space. So $39.96 for the 75. And the great big one, the 150, is only $69. That is insane. I ask you, go to your garden store and price out 100, 125 foot hoses. They don't even carry 150 because they can't store it. You know, when you go to the home store, they can't put 150 foot of hose and all these different colors out for display because it takes up too much room. With this one, we can do it. So you have your choice of color. The last ones I have left are I'm gonna go with, this is called blue, black and green. The 2 best colors are still available, and you get the sprayer. And by the way, this is probably the best sprayer I've seen on the market. It's got a whole bunch of different patterns. There's 10 in all, and all you do is click, all right, to whatever, and you have the fireman's on or off, so you can adjust the level of the water very, very easily just by moving your thumb up or down. And then one position is off, the other position is full out on. This comes with it as well. This has got to be 20 bucks right there, and you are getting that included. You know, it's probably one of the most important things we buy for our garden and for our yard and for our lawn and for our plants. But a lot of people have a tendency to go real cheap and buy the lousy hoses, and all those do is they last 1 or 2 seasons, and then they're done, because whenever you take a regular solid hose and you bend it in any direction, it has memory, and that is where it's going to split, especially if you leave it out all year and it's exposed to heat and cold. It's going to crack. This, because it's flexible, Lorna, it will never crack.
Yep.
It'll never kink. It'll never clog up. And
Yep.
that stretch is amazing.
It really is, Guy, because this is a lightweight hose with a difference. It expands up to 2.5 to 3 times its length, so you can store it very easily. But instead of just having a fiber jacket, which is great, the team at GreanBase said, let's put a suit of armor on there. Let's make it tough. So there's a plastic expandable outer that protects the inner hose. Still super lightweight, super easy to move around. And look at this. That's the difference. This is why this is patented. That's why this is just such a game changer. You can connect multiple hoses together. And I'm just going to show you. So remember, old-fashioned hoses, rubber and plastic, as you mentioned, crack, kink, split, they get knotted, and they're really heavy. I'm going to put a brick on the hose and stand on it to show you it literally still keeps flowing, even with me standing on it with a brick, because this is how durable this is, how lightweight and flexible. And if you have dexterity issues, that fireman-style nozzles you mentioned, you just use your thumb, turn it on and off, and then you twist round to the 10 different patterns. A lot of other ones, they have 5, 7, 8. This has 10 spray patterns. Whether you're misting your roses, or your beautiful hydrangeas or hibiscus, as you just mentioned, whether you're washing the car or the RV, whether you want to fill the kiddie pool, whether you want to wash the dog, you've got the 10 patterns. You've got brass fittings. You get a hose that can condense down into a flower pot for storage. And at this price, Guy, for me, it's insane, because this is a hose, as you said, it's not just 1 or 2 seasons. This is a hose that's going to last for years, and even jumping on it, it doesn't disrupt the flow.
All right, the 75 just sold out. I've got how many left in the 150? I got 100 left in the 150. Listen, buy the 150. If you can't get that, get the 125. All right, and then when we sell to that, then you can do the 100, but I would always get the bigger one. I want to show everybody from like right this close up right here. So what you've got here is 3 layers of material. So you have a latex exterior, you have PVC on the inside, and then you've also got a polycarb layer as well. They do that material so that it can stretch, all right? Nice and easy, all right? And then it goes right back. If you do that, it's never gonna get a crease. It's made not to crease. This part is the most important part, I think. This is solid brass. I don't know if you know about brass, but brass will last you years and years and years and years. It is a heavy gauge, heavy weight, and it's on both sides of each coupler, right? So on this side, and you're gonna see they put brass on the handle, which is really nice. This enables you to open it and close it on the inside. Great shot, thank you guys. So when you want the water to come out, obviously you go that way, but you can also ease the water if you're doing your car. You could do that as well. And of course, this is going to attach right here to your sprayer. And on your sprayer again, you see how easily that attaches. On your sprayer again, you have all these different levels. So whether you want a wide spray, a small spray, an angle spray, saturation, just a trinkle, right? A rainforest one, maybe you're washing the dog, you can do that as well. But it's really the culmination of all these parts that makes this such a really good hose. And I will tell you, I'm a guy, I lived up north in Connecticut, and my dad was smart. He'd always bring the garden hoses in the wintertime, but when I had an apartment, I didn't. It destroyed it because they get ice cold. It's a plastic material. It cracks in the wintertime. Summertime, I lived in Arizona. You can't leave a garden hose uncovered in Arizona because it literally will melt, all right? You're not gonna have to deal with that with this, although I still recommend if you live in an extreme climate, bring it in or have it covered somewhere. And then the water's not boiling hot inside. When you're watering your plants, you don't have to waste water while you get down to a cool temperature. But look at the reach. Now the 150, I now have 85 left in the 150. That'll be the next to sell out. I'm okay on the 125 and I'm okay on the 100. But I'll tell you, and Lorna knows this better than anybody, a garden hose is a tool, like anything else. Do not buy the cheapest tool because I'm telling you, You'll be sorry that you did every time you have to replace it.
Absolutely, and this is a hose with a difference. It's patented because people love expanding hoses because they're lightweight, they're flexible, but they're usually not very durable because they can catch and snag. GreanBase have added a suit of armor. That outer plastic coating, instead of the normal hoses that will crack, split, and kink like the heavy rubber hoses, or the other expanding hoses out there that actually can snag and catch on rusty nails, on rose bushes, by adding this suit of armor, super flexible, it expands with your hose, you've suddenly got a game-changing hose. You've got a hose that's going to do all the jobs you need, but it's going to be more durable, even though it's lightweight. It's going to be really flexible. And again, just to show you the power of this hose, I'm going to put a brick on it, stand on the brick. Oh, nothing disrupts the flow. It is super, super clever how they've reinvented the hose. 10 patterns, which is a lot of patterns. For all your watering needs, Guy, you just literally twist it round, lock it into place. But I love the fact I can turn it off at the nozzle with just my thumb. I'm not grasping a trigger. I'm not constantly cramping up my hand. I've just got finger control here. And as you mentioned, those brass fittings are a world apart from the plastic ones. And you can even turn the water off on your hose with the brass handle here. They have thought of everything, and you can connect more than one together if you've got a lot of land to water.
You know what I would do? Don't connect them together. Just buy the biggest one you can. And right now, if you want the 150, I have 4 dozen left in the 150. Kyle, is that in both colors or is it split up? In the 150, there's only 4 dozen left in black. All right, so the green sold out in the 150. The one that I'm all right in, the one that I have some left in is the 125 and the 100. I'm okay in both colors there. So if you miss out on the 150, you can get the 125. We'll put it this way. Right now, I've got a 100-footer in my house. Now, I don't have a big house, and my hose bib is on the wrong side of the house where the driveway's not. So I bought 100 so I can reach the cars and the golf carts. So when I got to rinse things off them, and a lot of my garden stuff is on the other side of the house as well. That's why I always say err on the side of the larger size. I have about a minute. I know we're going to go a little bit longer. We're very busy. I mean, this is a garden staple, Lorna. If you buy a cheap hose, it's gonna bite you in the behind. I'm telling you, buy one that has all the. I mean, how many hoses are patented, right?
Yeah. Exactly it, guys. So this is the old-fashioned hoses. They get knotted up, they crack, split, and kink in hot and cold weather. And once they've got a kink, as you say, they have memory. It's like my mum, they never forget. This is 75 foot of hose in a flower pot because it expands and contracts. When you turn the water off, it shrinks back down. You get the nozzle, you get the brass fittings, but you also get the patented feature, which is a suit of armor on the expanding fiber jacket hose. So you have got a hose that's going to slink around. It's not going to get knotted up. You can't literally stop the flow, even jumping on it. And having 10 patterns, it's so versatile. I want to miss my lawn or my roses. I don't want to knock the heads off my hibiscus. But I want to wash the car as well. You've got it all in this hose. You just choose your color and then your length. But this is a hose to replace all those other hoses. You have to keep getting a new one every couple of seasons. This one is built to last. And again, I can't believe 75 foot of hose in a flower pot. Guy, I can hold it with one hand.
I love it. All right, last call, 150. I have like 20 left. If you want the 150, the big guy. Dang, I was gonna buy one of these. All right, it's all right. You guys go ahead and order it. Enjoy it. Is that it for Lorna? Lorna, stand on that brick again. That made me laugh. Watch, she goes stand on a brick on the hose, and it still works. She's the best. She's the best. Thank you, darling.
Thanks, Guy. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, too.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, listen, are we taking a break, Kyle? We are taking a break, but coming up.